anything.
Do Alt Tab. Go back to it. There we go. Hello, everyone. Can you hear us? We have some new mics and technology here. So just want to make sure that this is all working correctly and that you guys can hear us correctly.
Dead.
Hello. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining us for our, I believe this is, I'm actually not 100% certain that this is our 9th stream. But I kind of like roughly counted up the ones we've done before, and I wanted to start numbering them so that people understood that we were gonna, we're doing these things regularly and doing them all the time. So number 9 seemed like a pretty good, it seemed like a solid number. I think, was this thing rattling?
It might have been.
I'll put it down. Graham's controller was rumbling as it sat on the desk. So, good afternoon. I was going to do like a day 9 style intro today, but then I forgot. So maybe on Friday I'll try to do my cool day 9. Is the mic kind of quiet, you said? Let me turn him up a little bit. Hold on. How's that, guys? Is that any better? Let me know what you think. I'll turn it up even a little bit more. All right, turned up even further. So, yeah, let me know if it gets too loud or if it's too quiet or whatever. And yeah. So anyway, good evening, everyone. As I said, I was gonna do a day 9 kind of introduction, but then I got distracted by these microphones. We do have 2 microphones now, so that means that Shane off to our left, who some of you guys have probably seen in the Shane and Grabe After Hours stream, he'll actually be able to talk today, and he'll end up talking a little bit later about our 4th Titan mode map that we currently have in production. He's just going to talk a little bit about some of the layout changes that he's going for, and just his overall thoughts on what we're trying to do, what new things we're trying to do with this map, and what new styles and capabilities we want to bring to Titan mode. We're also back to streaming in 1080p, but we do have, as I said last week, we have Twitch partner status now, so you guys can drop the quality down if the stream's not going fast enough for you, or if you're on a mobile device, or if you're on one of those unfortunately bandwidth limited internet connections. So be sure to do that. So starting off, we'll just go. Let's see. Well, actually, I'll answer a question real quick since there's already been one. What particular made a rainbow trail and I want it? Is there any way I can get it? There is no way you can get it right now, but we all are huge fans of the. Internally, we refer to it as like a Nyan Cat helmet with a rainbow trail, which I think is a specific thing that Weapon Tinkerer was working on. We just haven't decided what we want to attach it to and what we want to put it out for. So I think at some point you'll end up with a rainbow trail helmet of some sort, but what that looks like, we'll have to wait and see how that manifests itself. Narf, it's a whole new map. I'm trying to remember what all you see in the trailer. There might be some stuff that's hinted at in the trailer in terms of style and things like that. But the actual map, in terms of the layout and the mechanics behind the map, it's never been seen in any of the trailers or in any previous reveal that we've done. So that's more of a long-term thing. That's going to be for our 3rd update. That'll be toward the end of July. But we just wanted to start talking to you guys about some of our thoughts on how this is going to work. And once we get into the month of July, we'll start giving you guys sneak previews of it on the stream and that kind of thing. So, moving on. Yeah, everyone spam social media about the stream. Yes, please do. Tweet about it. Post on Facebook about it. Share it with your friends. Please let everyone know who you think might be interested to come watch the stream. We want to start doing some giveaways and things like that to help promote the stream. We're getting some stuff ready for that over the course of this week, but it's not just ready to go yet. So hopefully in upcoming streams we'll have some of that to help you guys, to help reward you guys and thank you guys for helping to promote us. So have you ever considered making a hood sort of helmet? We actually, that's fun. It's funny you bring that up. We're actually, we're literally doing that right now for reasons I can't reveal just yet. We are making a helmet that has got kind of a hoodie, sort of a robe or cowl vibe to it, for a different purpose. So yeah, we are thinking about doing that. We're actually making one right now. I don't know how soon you guys would necessarily see it, but it's we're investigating those things, and we'll probably, once we get one figured out, I'm sure we'll make additional versions of that. So you're gonna add an option to disable chat and names. My younger brother's interested in playing, so the chat names aren't appropriate for him. That's a really good point. Disabling names. So right now, the color of the names is the primary way that you tell the teams apart. So in order to do that, we would need to that would need to come along with some of the other team identification changes that we're talking about making. So short answer is we should definitely give you the option to turn off chat, because we want to give you the option to mute things in general. And then in terms of actually turning off names, we'll have to take a look at that and see what the basically see when we can do that once we've got better team identification stuff out there. So that server just went down, guys. That was funny story. That was actually a test server that we threw up there that regular players were connecting to. One of our programmers, Jake, wanted to get some data for some disconnect problems that you guys have probably seen in the forums. So we're just trying to collect data from out in the wild to figure that stuff out. Let's see here. Turn the mic up even more. Okay. All right, the mic is up even further. I'll keep. We might need to make some adjustments to this over, like, in between streams. We'll try to get it up even higher, and even more. Like, we'll try to get the levels balanced out better for Friday's stream. But I'll keep cranking it up for now, so that hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. I hope you're gonna give a code away. I got friends who don't earn cash. We're not giving a code away in today's stream, but we'll probably be giving one away in tomorrow's stream. So be sure to join us, or not tomorrow, sorry, on Friday's stream. So be sure to join us on Friday, where we'll probably be doing our first code giveaway on that Friday stream. So join us for that. How about the re-edition of FEMA models, Chick Jig Trapezoids? That's on the list. We don't have a specific time frame for when we'll let that out. We're pretty focused on bug fixes and expanding out some of the features that are unfinished. But it is definitely on the list. I mean, we have the FEMA models. You guys have seen them in some of the trailers and some of the teaser stuff. It's a matter of making sure that all the armors work with them, and there's just some sort of, I guess you could almost call it bookkeeping stuff we need to do to make sure that that's in good shape. Let's see here. Instead of team fighting, have you ever thought of making an all-for-one game? Every man for themselves, survival for the fittest. So Deathmatch will be a little bit more like that. Deathmatch mode will be coming up in our end of this month update number 2. And we'll probably be showing you off some Deathmatch maps on Friday, potentially, or if not Friday, definitely definitely coming up soon. So Deathmatch will be, it's still team Deathmatch, so it's still technically team-based, but there's not a lot of, it's not a lot of team coordination and strategy. It's still mostly a free-for-all. And we'll probably eventually add, like a true one, everyone against everyone else deathmatch mode. But the current deathmatch maps are probably a little too small to support that. It'd be way too chaotic, I think. So for now, they're going to stay with team deathmatch, and we'll keep looking at other kinds of deathmatch in the future. Let's see. Add me on Steam. I want to verse some devs. We may do that. One of the things we're trying to get ready, we're trying to bump up in priority the ability to create custom, private games, which will make it a lot easier for us to play with you guys and to play with the dev streams. So that's definitely on our list. It's going to take us a little while to get that stuff implemented. Probably not until the July update. So before then, we'll end up probably doing some dev streams specifically on our test servers, and we'll do some contests to give some folks access to those servers so that you guys could get in and play with us intentionally. Let's see here. Here's some of the mechanics for dungeon crawl mode. Will dungeons be procedurally generated? So for dungeon crawl mode, we haven't talked too much about that yet. The short answer is that that's very much in progress still. So dungeon crawl mode is more of a general sort of basket for where we're going to put our co-op versus AI modes. So one of the modes that we've discussed before in the stream and that we've been doing some research into is sort of a Titan escort mode, where you're escorting your Titan through, a long, not long, but a series of points, and there's events that happen along the way, AI-controlled creatures you need to fight, defend your Titan from, obstacles to destroy so your Titan can get through, that sort of thing. So that's one of that's the primary one we've been discussing so far, but we'll have other ideas as well down the road, I'm sure. And apparently we just lost. Of course, we would lose our Steam connection in the middle of the stream. Awesome. Let's try to log in again. Potentially restart Steam.
Okay.
Really? Well, try exiting and restarting Steam. All right. Well, we lost our Steam connection. So in the meantime, I'm gonna jump straight into having having Shane talk a little bit about some of the new ideas he has for our upcoming map, since he can't play right now. So Shane, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Are you gonna need to log back in?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the current map in progress. I don't know exactly what I can and cannot say. I can't reveal the theme.
Don't reveal the theme.
Okay.
Yeah. But pretty much everything else is fair game, I think.
Steam is down everywhere. It's not just us.
Okay, it's down everywhere. Yeah. Apparently Steam's down everywhere, folks. So, like I said, we're gonna keep talking about new stuff, and then we'll get back into the game when we can. So go ahead, Shane.
Right. So I guess the central thing we wanted to try out with this map was right now all the creep nests and all the maps are on like side areas, little side caves or nests that you have to walk back and forth between. And the central thing we want to try with this new map is to put all the creeps right in the middle. So it's basically one giant creep arena. So people are really going to have to fight tooth and nail to power up their Titan. And if you get pushed out of the center, it's going to be really, 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 hopefully not too hard, but like really difficult to get the resources you need to power up your Titan. So that's the biggest thing that we want to try out with this. The second thing is that there is a dangerous edge all along the southern edge of the map. It takes place really high up in the mountains, and you fight along the cliffside, so it's very easy. If you're not careful, you can fall off to your death pretty easily. But there should be some cool side routes where you can sneak around if you have something like Icarus or Major Tom. So it's coming along. It's maybe another 2-3 weeks of work before the layout is really testable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah, so we'll probably have probably have Shane do another blog post talking about his process for designing this map. I was just looking at it with him right before the stream, and he's had some. It's cool to see the process that he goes through of there's a lot of pencil sketches on notebooks and things like that, sort of going through the general layout thoughts, and then some rough ideas for theme and what can be the visual styling of what are originally mechanically focused gameplay elements, and that whole process is pretty cool. And then so he does that initial layout. Sort of the procedure we go through is Shane is the originator of the core idea for the map, so he comes up with what kind of special features he wants the map to have, what kind of weapons or armor he wants to try to emphasize, if any. What kinds of strategies he wants teams to employ. And he does what's called a blockout phase, where he makes, it's really kind of what it sounds like. It's funny to say that there's a blockout phase for minimum, which is a block game. But if you can imagine, it basically it's a lot like what Disaster Zone looks like. So you guys have already seen the CIT03 map. You guys have already seen what our finalized layout phase looks like. So that was what Shane delivered to us, or pretty close to what Shane delivered to us to start our initial rounds of playtesting and make sure that we were satisfied with it. And so we went through and tightened that up tuned it, added more capabilities to it, and changed some routes around based on her feedback.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Steam's down. And then once he'd done that, once we were happy with it, that's when we put it out to you guys to get even more feedback. And so now it's mostly in the hands of the art department, where they're going through and taking that core block out and making a bunch of making it pretty, essentially adding all kinds of cool art focused features, atmospheric effects, particle effects, ambient sounds, all the stuff that makes the map feel like a cool finalized version. And Shane is involved. Obviously, he's involved in that process too. And it's a bunch of iteration and feedback and changes that go along with that.
Did we show that off yet?
We still haven't showed it off. Last week we had
man.
a problem before we could do it.
Yeah.
And then today we would have shown it off today, but we were focused on testing for this week's Friday's weekly build, so we didn't have a chance to get a build out that we could do that for. But on Friday's stream for sure, we'll be showing you guys the progress we've made on the arted up version of Disaster, and I think you guys will be really.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
it looks very good.
It really looks awesome. I think you guys will be very happy with it.
Nor maybe talked about the team deathmatch stuff.
We talked about it a little bit, yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys can see him over my shoulder.
Where are you? Where are you?
Go over there. Go over there. So Grabe is here too now. Grabe is another of the Grabe and Shane After Hours show. So
the
you guys
team
can
deathmatch is ridiculous.
You can hear his sweet voice. Grabe, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you feel about team deathmatch, having tested it this morning?
So the map I tested was pretty cool. It wasn't the greatest, and then I got kicked from the server. You sons of.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, one of you guys. But I probably shouldn't have been on. But either way,
you need to stop team killing people.
I didn't team kill no one.
You get kicked for team killing.
Get out of here.
Stop team killing.
I didn't kill nobody.
You killed me
it
like
is
5
brilliant.
times.
It is a brilliant. It was fun. Some stuff. Weapon Tinker.
Yeah.
Is it? Or do they know him?
Yeah, they know.
TJ?
Yeah.
Well, if you know who TJ is, Weapon Tinker, he's developing some proximity mines, which is completely OP right now. Absolutely OP.
Yeah, it was
Don't forget to complain, because I will complain with you, but I will do it while killing people. So, team deathmatch is gonna be freaking ridiculous.
Yeah. So for those of you who were here last time, I talked about the proximity mines. I mentioned that I have deep-seated childhood scars from proximity mines in GoldenEye.
Yes.
And the N64.
Yeah.
I can't see a prox mine without flipping. I hate that weapon. I hate that whole idea of those weapons.
It is.
But I know a ton of people love them, and so I'm an experienced enough game designer to recognize the difference between something that I hate for irrational reasons, but is still a cool weapon that a lot of people love. So TJ had those in there, and he was using them in one of our deathmatch maps.
Yeah, I ran right into.
Yeah,
come on, there was no visual.
I got blown up 3 or 4 times by him, and then it just became my mission to end him. Every single time I saw him throw a remote mine, it was my mission to destroy him and ruin his days.
Ooh, so I'm gonna leave soon, but whoever's playing tomorrow, After Hours,
Maybe depends on how much I
get him to play After Hours, and I'll definitely be down to play After Hours. If you can kill me, I will laugh and do crazy stuff.
Actually, we probably should come up with prizes that you can get.
Yeah, name prizes.
If you kill
what you
Grabe
want.
and Shane, there probably should be some sort of After Hours helmet or something you can get. Actually, that's a good idea.
If you make me rage, that would be hilarious.
If Grabe's willing to make the helmets, for
actually,
people,
you should.
I would make.
So Grabe, for those who don't know, Grabe is one of our artists at Human Head. He hasn't made any stuff for minimum just yet, but
no, actually, they might move me on maybe.
I think we were talking about bringing you over though, right?
Yeah. So I will actually be official minimum
team in addition to awesome After Hours player.
Yeah.
So I guess if we could get him to make the helmet.
Yeah, I'll make whatever you guys want. You just give me a quick image of what you think is cool.
Yeah, that would be
That's one thing
awesome.
I like about what Norm is doing. He really wants your guys' input, and that's always something that I wanted to do with games. So, being able to input my stuff to whomever, even if it isn't a game company I don't work for, those who will not be named right now.
Yeah.
But nice. Go back to it.
Yeah, the After Hours streams are kind of whenever Grabe and Shane feel like doing it. So there's no set schedule. They're usually in the evening sometime, usually around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that. And so we don't have a set. Unlike the main developer streams, we don't have a set schedule for that. So just kind of keep an eye. Follow us on Twitch. Make sure you keep an eye on the messages for when we go live, because Grabe and Shane are not bound by your human schedules, and they will they will stream whenever they feel like it.
Yeah. So who's on right now?
Let's see. I'm gonna go through some questions. We've been just sort of talking. I'm gonna try to pull out some questions here, and I'll pass them around to those of us who are here. Let's see here. I don't know who's in the orange shirt, but I'm gonna say he's a boss. Yeah,
no, you're a boss.
That's
Whoever,
Lee Barg. Saber, you
whoever-
probably seen him. It's Lee Barg. If you see him in the after-hour streams or playing
I
on
want to see
minimum,
who's on.
he's pretty great. Well, you guys can see chat just start showing up on the right side.
Everybody do a roll call. I want to see who's on, because some of you guys I follow. I have my own account on Twitch. I follow you people. I be watching some stuff, and yeah, I just said I be.
So yeah, a question here from Sergeant Spears is: in the trailer you can see dinosaurs in the outro. Will we in the future be able to fight against vicious voxel prehistoric predators?
Yes.
Answer.
I hope. I'm pushing really like. The only reason I'm working on this game is because I want to put dinosaurs in the game. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
he's.
So how are you guys gonna do that? I mean, how would that be implemented?
I mean,
Lasers.
many different
Fighting,
ideas. We've talked about
fighting?
making
We
like
have-
creep dinosaurs.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like
That'd
little
be kinda
raptor
cool.
creeps
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, a ton of ideas. We talked about stuff for the co-op versus AI, dungeon
Narf.
crawl type modes, things like that. So you'll eventually be able to play with dinosaurs at some point. No promises about when exactly, but
I'm pushing for it, man.
yeah, he's pushing for it. He's a level designer, so that means it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of influence there.
I gotta see how they look though.
Let's see. If you thought of a
It's gonna be
helmet
awesome.
ability or weapon
I
that
know
lets
exactly how
you
I'd
see
make
through
it look.
walls for a brief time, that would be cool. But
Wait, what was the question?
basically an activatable ability on an armor that would let you see through walls.
Oh, that's come on. We all been through. What was that? Zero
Well-
Dark, whatever. That N64 game.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark.
Yeah, which is a good game. That was a fun game, but we all know what happens when you can see through walls. Come on now.
Well, the short answer is maybe. We haven't specifically considered that option. There's actually a fair amount of technical details that we'd have to work with to get that implemented. So it's definitely not a
Nice.
lightweight
Who's back frame?
option,
Yeah,
but we'll
let's check.
take a look at that
He's
for
a
sure.
liar.
Well, it might be. I think,
Let's
certain
see
parts.
here.
Oh.
I almost forgot. Have you guys thought of reworking Sprint so it functions more traditionally rather than being pushed? I assume you're referring to the auto run portion of it. Let's take a poll in the room real quick. So who hates the auto run on Sprint?
I don't hate it, but I would prefer more Quake-like movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would
so
just-
you say no Sprint at all?
No, I'm saying when you
Or
say
are
sprint,
you
you
saying
mean,
like the stamina based Sprint, like
no, I'm just saying I would prefer just a fast speed.
just a higher speed in
yeah,
general?
that doesn't automatically run me forward.
Right.
That sounded weird when I heard you guys you just hold an auto.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, if you hold it, it just runs you forward.
Because I mean,
automatically.
I'm using the controller, so I don't really.
You don't notice, yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with it.
Nick didn't know when he was.
Yeah,
he
Nick
thought it
was
was a bug.
confused by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the test today. Yeah, we brought some new people into test. Or there are people at Human just people who hadn't played the game in a while, so we brought them into test.
Can you answer?
Get some of their reactions to stuff. So short answer is we
Frosty.
have definitely given a lot of thought to it. We haven't done it yet, but there's enough discussion about it that I think we'll end up doing it. Maybe as part of update 2, we'll get that in there. Let's see here. Let's scroll down a little more.
Keep it frosty.
Do what now?
Answer his question.
What's his question?
He's talking about competitive play, and that's like this game could be totally competitive.
I gotta find that.
Oh yeah. Will Human Head support competitive play in minimum, and if so, when?
Yeah. So
yeah.
definitely. I mean, we definitely want to support the competitive community and the competitive aspects of minimum. That's part of why we like Titan mode. We think it could once we get all the balance in place, and once we finish all the tweaks we want to make to it, we think that'll be a pretty awesome competitive mode. So we're definitely going to do it. In terms of exactly when, probably not. We're still making some adjustments to update 3 and update 4, which we haven't told you any details of yet. That's probably the most likely point at which we'd start to bring in some of the competitive features, ranked features, and things like that. One of the things we need to do is we need to grow our community enough that we can support all those separate ranked queues and ladder matches and stuff like that. Make sure we have enough people in there that we don't end up with not enough space for those things essentially.
Damn, that time dilation thing is weird.
It's screwing you up. Yeah.
There's Hop K has a good.
What's his question?
It's not really a question. It's more of a statement, but right down here, this would make an awesome esport.
Read the question. What is it?
This would make an awesome esport with some decent spectator system, and I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because just the amazing stuff that happens, like that one instance where I was playing with Jim, and he got me. Like I would have loved to play that back.
Yeah.
I'd have loved just to watch that again, and he could I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do that would just make it more fun.
Yeah.
The questions I would have is it ever going to go to console?
Is Minimum ever going to console?
Yeah.
So we have talked about that. We don't have any concrete plans to bring it to console. I mean, a lot of it will depend on how we do on Steam. We have a number of features that are pretty Steam specific, like trading and stuff like that. That'd be tough to bring to consoles.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we wouldn't bring the game to consoles. It'll really depend on honestly, a lot of it will depend on how successful we are on Steam. Like the better the game does, the more our community grows.
Are you listening to him?
the more likely it is that we will bring.
It does. Come on now.
That we will bring Minimum to other platforms, which is not just consoles, but OS 10, Linux, Steam, Steambox, stuff like that.
As the guy who's playing, because I bought the game for $19, which I think is awesome. When the early access is over, am I still keep my game?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's why we don't have
That's why
mics
we don't
on.
mic. This is why we don't mic Graham and Shane during their after-hours stream, because it would probably be nothing but that. But we'll see. Maybe now that we have the two mics actually working correctly, we'll consider micing them up if they can.
You just guys help me stop cussing, and I'll make sure I don't cuss.
Well, we're gonna get a jar that we're gonna put like right on a camera,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to put a quarter.
I'll
$1 or something like every
I'll
time
definitely do it.
you swear. We have a swear jar on camera on stream so they can see how many quarters are in there.
And every
like,
time I reach $20, I'll buy somebody.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
You guys
All
like that idea?
Maybe that's what we'll do for the after hours stream. That might be great. See, advice: if you have popular YouTubers playing your game, you will really get the word out there. Yeah, we're definitely trying to work with not just YouTubers but also Twitch streaming personalities. So I can't talk about who, but we actually have a local local Madison streamer. She's relatively popular. She's coming out to visit us tomorrow morning. So we're going to be talking to her about some potential co-streams and guest streams and things like that. So we're working on that stuff, and we've got some cool marketing ideas in the works for the kinds of things that we can provide to those streamers to make them more excited about playing Minimum and helping us to promote it. Oh, we back?
Looks like we're back.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm reading Mick Narf's question.
Read it over there.
It says,
which question was that?
Have to ask this. Anything new on print? I don't know, but I hope it's good.
Yeah, we can't. Sorry, man, can't talk about that. That's about all I can say is that we can't talk about that.
Should be good, hopefully.
Look around on the internet.
Interwebs.
You'll find what you want to know. Let's see here.
Are you gonna be playing for a while?
For a new weapon, ever thought of claws or brass knuckles?
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Like an oversized.
Like an oversized, like Wolverine or Vega type of claws.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't.
Get him, Shane.
I haven't particularly. We haven't particularly thought of those weapons.
Man,
That's
it's choppy, man.
Oh.
What's up, dude?
David. It's offline.
Alright, hold on.
Oh no.